Does an increase in May sales mean the buyers are back? Hey, Scott Moe with the Moe Real Estate team here today with our June 2025 Market update. Hey, welcome back to those of you that do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to those that don't, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below, hit that little bell icon so that you get notified every time we launch a new video like this. Our goal is to keep you informed on Fraser Valley real estate, Langley, Surrey, White Rock, and the surrounding areas and what's going on. So yes, after a very quiet April, sales did tick upward a little bit in May, up 13% from April. But that being said, sales were still 22% lower than last May and a whopping 36% below the 10-year average for that month. And the big story is inventory and the amount of active listings out there. Versus April, active inventory was up 6% at 10,626 listings, and that is 34% higher than last May and 54% higher than the 10-year average. So lots of selection out there for buyers. You know, if you're a buyer, you got lots of time to look around, you know, lots of time to think about an offer and what you're going to do there. And if you're a seller, hey, a little bit of an opposite issue there. You've got lots of competition. So pricing, marketing, choice of realtor, that type of thing is very, very important in this kind of market. Hey, if you don't know who we are the Moe Real Estate team. I'm Scott Moe. Been doing this over 22 years, selling real estate in the Surrey, White Rock, Langley, and surrounding areas. We know lots about the area, and that's our goal with these videos, to let you guys know what's going on. If you have any questions at all at any time, make sure you reach out to us. In terms of days on market, detached homes taking 34 days on average to sell, townhomes 27 days, and condos 33 days. So yeah, it's a little bit of a chore to get a house sold right now, but if you price it right and do the right things, we are able to sell them. It's not the, you know, worst market we've ever seen, having done this a very long time. So things are selling, it's just taking a little bit longer than usual. And how about prices versus this same time last year? According to the HPI benchmark price, detached homes were down 3.2% in 1 year, townhomes down 2.5%, and apartments, they win the downward number there, down 4% versus last year. Month over month, I believe detached homes were down just a little bit over 1%, and townhomes and condos down just under 1%. So slightly lower, but not a huge change month over month. And what type of market are we in? Well, that sales to active listings ratio right now, we're sitting overall at 11%. Reminder, a 12 to 20% ratio is where we're in a balanced market. So anything below 11, buyer's market. So we're just into that buyer's market territory. There are certain areas that are still seeing a balanced market. So it does depend what price range, what area you're looking in. But overall, we're in a buyer's market with lots of inventory, lots of choice for buyers out there. So what's going on out there? Well, in a word, uncertainty, I guess, is the word of the day. You know, everybody thought this was going to be a very busy spring with interest rates on the way down. We've got another Bank of Canada meeting tomorrow. All expectations are they're going to be coming down a little bit, maybe another quarter point. That being said, this trade war erupted, stuff happening with the states. Buyer uncertainty, seller uncertainty is the name of the game. Sellers are waiting for the market to, you know, get back to normal, and buyers are waiting for the next shoe to drop, the next price drop, things like that. So there's a little bit of, you know, conflicting stuff going on there. But all in all, you know, things are selling. We sold a couple more this past week here. It's all down to price. Really, you got to look very closely at the market, what's going on. You know, look at what the last house sold for and probably take a little bit off of that. And if you price it right, negotiate properly, you know, we're able to get pretty close to list price if we do price them realistically. Moving forward, like I say, the sales did tick up a little bit in May. We had a pretty busy weekend last week. I get a report every week on the showings on all of our listings that we've got. A few weeks ago, it was like half a page. Last weekend was about a full page. And then this weekend, just past now, we're on to 2 pages. So, you know, the showing activity seems to be picking up. So again, you know, I don't know, real estate is a week-to-week thing. I always tell people you really can't predict a whole lot moving forward, because the buyers are like a herd of animals sometimes. They come down from the hills and decide, hey, now's a good time to buy. They see a sold sticker, say, hey, I don't want to miss out on this, and all of a sudden things start moving. And we might be seeing a little bit of that right now. That being said, we are coming into the summer, which is a bit of a slower time usually for real estate. But this year, like I'm telling people, all bets seem to be off. You know, interest rates coming down, you know, what the news of the day is saying regarding, you know, tariffs and this kind of thing. You know, we'll see what happens. But good time to buy if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, you got to be realistic with your pricing, choose the right agent, get the right marketing going, and you should be fine. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions whatsoever, again, reach out to us. Like I say, we've been doing this over 20 years in the Surrey, White Rock, Langley, and surrounding areas. So definitely know a little bit about real estate and what's going on. Reach out. We're happy to help. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.